Hello, I'm Elmer Moore from Scale Up Milwaukee, and I'm very excited to be talking to a special guest, one of our Scalerator alumni. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lori McDonald. I'm the president of Brilliance Business Solutions. We bring peace of mind to growing manufacturers and distributors by helping them to grow their business through online ordering solutions.
I love it. I love it. So you
Thanks.
open the door for us to jump right in. What are you doing to grow, Lori?
What are we doing to grow? Well, we've been a part of Scale Up Milwaukee, which is a reason that why I'm here. But growth, I think, for businesses really involves constantly taking a look at what opportunities are on the landscape and how are we going to take advantage of those as a business. Just this last week, we had a couple strategy day sessions with our leadership team, trying to take a look at what strengths we have as an organization and what opportunities we saw on the landscape that we could really take advantage of. We have some plans to hire some people this year, and I really believe that growth is really a matter of building your team, understanding what people are going to assist you in growing to that next level. You need the leaders on your team to really make that happen. So we're excited about that at our business today.
That's fantastic. It sounds to me like hiring well and having a great, collaborative, highly functioning team is an important part of growth. Is there anything that you've learned to do, anything you've discovered as you've run your business that you'd want to impart on how to really find those great people?
Yeah, well, how to find great people. Well, I think that can be a challenge. I think you really have to. So I've made mistakes along the ways. I think sometimes we learn the most from our mistakes. Sometimes we run into people, or I've had friends and or different people I've known, and I thought, they have some of the skills that we need. I should bring them on our team. I think it's really important when hiring to first think about what the organization needs, and really define that position, not based around any person, but around what the business needs to grow. And then really take a search and look for who that best person is, and not to sell yourself short in terms of who you think you might be able to get. I think sometimes as a company we think, well, we couldn't hire the best person out there for this position because we just can't afford it, or we don't have something to offer them. But really what I found is people get excited. I'm excited about our business. We're a great place to be, and people want to be a part of that. So really looking for the best people out there that have the skills that are needed to grow.
Interesting. And your business is essentially, well, it's not exactly a software. Is it a service, or is it a product business?
Well, so I would call us a service business. So we consult with companies. We develop software as a part of that. We develop e-commerce solutions for companies. But really, we're a service-based business, and we're all about our people. And so hiring well is really important to us. And a big piece of hiring, honestly, is a culture fit. At Brilliance, we have values that are very important to us. We're servant leaders. We're accountable. We're responsive. We're wholehearted, and we're learners. Those are our values. And I believe if you find someone that's a great fit for your company culture and values, many of the skills are trainable. It's really about finding someone who's willing to do whatever it takes and is excited about being a part of that kind of a team.
Lori, I've talked to a lot of business leaders and a lot of owner entrepreneurs who have a list of values or their code of ethics. How do you translate what's on that paper into the real life day-to-day operation of the team?
I think that's a great question. We try and really look for tangible ways to demonstrate those as leaders and within our team. We have a quarterly service project that we do as a team that will go out, and that's one of the ways that we, demonstrate to ourselves and remind ourselves that we're servants first. As a part of everything we're doing. We have our values up in our conference room, and we refer to those. We talk about, this is the way we do things around here because we're accountable or because we're responsive. So, and we also have, actually, our values are a part of our performance review process that we go through with our team to say how are we doing at these things, and we ask our team to also review us as the leaders in the organization, review me and say, how am I doing with that as well?
Very interesting. So I'm going to switch gears quite a bit and ask you, given the fact that you deliver a fairly high-tech service and technology and innovation are a part of what you do, what are you doing to be innovative and to spur ideation and innovation inside of your company?
Yeah. Well, I think really in the tech space, things are constantly changing. So we always have to be on the top of our game in terms of what we're offering to our customers. And I think it's a balancing act because so we work primarily with manufacturers and distributors, which tend, in the scheme of things, to kind of be a little bit slower in terms of adopting technology than some. So we need to be in both places. We need to both be understanding everything that's happening in the technology space as well as translating that into terms of what's most applicable to the customers we're working with. But we do that through attending conferences. So we'll go to like the Internet Retailer Conference. We do that by, our developers are all constantly working on new technology certifications. So we just had 2 of our developers that were certified with Microsoft through some exams that they have there. So just constantly learning. And really that process never stops. And I think it's both through formal education, it's also through blogs and participating in other events and opportunities with other companies out there. And I think many of times too, it's sometimes it's talking with our competitors, sometimes it's talking with our customers or just learning from what other people are doing in the space that really helps us to grow.
I'm interested because everything you just mentioned would overlap pretty well with your marketing efforts, whether it's blogging and really talking to customers and putting yourself out in the space of trade shows. What other marketing tactics are you using to make sure you're driving growth to your top and bottom line?
Yeah, well, and it is interesting because for us, because we're in technology and we are consultants, many times the ways that we learn and share information are a big part of our marketing effort because we are experts. I mean, that's how we sell ourselves. It's based on our expertise. So content marketing is a big part of that. You referred to blogs. That's a big part of that. We recently did a webinar where we invited people to learn about the types of things that they should be doing. So I think those things are key. Presentations. Our Director of Business Development is headed to a conference next week in Oregon where he's presenting to customers that or other people that use the software that we use on ways that they can best improve their use of the software. So I think ways that we can share that information is helpful. The other thing that we do in terms of marketing ourselves is we'll directly reach out to companies that are a potential fit for doing business for us and give them some recommendations on some ideas of things that they could be doing and inviting them to learn more by talking to us about ideas about how they can improve their business, specifically for manufacturers and how they can use the web to their benefit.
Very interesting. So, we're getting close to wrapping up because we like to keep these short, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, why here? Why this region of the country?
Well, Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee, and I mean there are many reasons I love Milwaukee. I think we have a great work ethic. I think we have, if our business is located in downtown Milwaukee, which I love. I love the restaurants and the nightlife and the excitement here, but I also love the fact that it's not crazy traffic or like crazy congestion. It's like just kind of the perfect mix, and I also feel like. There's almost like a rebirth or a renewal happening here that's really exciting to be a part of. I think there's a lot of support from the community, and in particular, it's been really exciting to be a part of what's happening in Scale Up Milwaukee, to see businesses come together and say, how can we grow this together? And there are many students. I love that, like the universities. We have a team from Marquette University that's helping us on a project looking at how the return on investment we get for our customers. So it's just great to see the collaboration that's happening and the opportunities to really realize some potential that maybe, Milwaukee isn't known for tech, and yet we can be. We've got the talent here, and we're growing something pretty exciting as a part of that.
Well said. Thank you. Lori, really appreciate you joining us and talking to us for a few minutes. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
Well, I just want to encourage people. I think for me, the the biggest part of our growth is working on me and who I need to be as a leader, remembering what I'm capable of, the great things that we've done. So, I'd say to you, if you have a business today and you're looking at how you can grow, I think that the biggest part of that is just believing in yourself and knowing really what potential exists within you. So, yeah.
Well, there it is.
There it
Thank
is.
you again. So I'm Elmer from Scale Up Milwaukee, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thanks.